Tonse alliance expels given Lubinda-led PF faction amid deepening political rift. The Tonse Alliance, Zambia's major opposition coalition formed to challenge the ruling United Party for National Development, UPND, in the 2026 general elections, has taken the unprecedented step of removing the Patriotic Front, PF, faction led by acting President given Lubinda from its ranks. Alliance leaders cite internal chaos and loss of credibility. In a virtual council of leaders meeting held on Tuesday evening, senior figures from across the Tonse Alliance agreed unanimously that the PF faction under Lubinda had become a liability for the coalition. Professor Danny Puel, leader of the Christian Democratic Party, CDP, and one of the alliance's key figures, explained that prolonged internal disputes, leadership struggles, and ongoing court battles within the PF had stalled the alliance's progress and undermined its institutional credibility. Puel added that the decision was also aimed at honoring the political legacy of late former President Edgar Lungu, whose role was central to the alliance's formation. Several PF members of parliament who voted against a contentious piece of legislation known as Bill 7 were highlighted by alliance leaders as aligning with what they described as the Edgar Lungu PF political movement, further complicating PF's standing within the coalition. Moved to reorganize the opposition coalition, the council resolved that, with the PF faction's exit, the alliance will convene a General Congress in January 2026 to elect a new chairperson, presidential candidate, and other key leaders ahead of the elections. All council members, including those from smaller parties aligned in Tonse, will be eligible to contest these positions. This move reflects mounting frustration among Tonse alliance partners with persistent PF infighting and factionalism. Since former President Lungu's death in June 2025, the coalition has struggled to maintain unity, particularly as the Patriotic Front itself has been fractured by competing leadership claims and legal battles. A coalition under strain. The PF's internal crisis has had ripple effects across the broader opposition. In late 2025, the new Congress Party, NCP, withdrew from the Tonse Alliance, citing disagreements and alleged attempts by PF figures to dominate the coalition's internal processes. Other member parties have also voiced concerns about leadership failure and a lack of coherent direction, with some withdrawing or considering withdrawal altogether as tensions deepen. Context: Lubinda's role in the alliance's origins. Given Lubinda, a key PF figure, had served as acting chairperson of the Tonse Alliance following the passing of Edgar Lungu in mid-2025, having previously been acting PF president during Lungu's absence. The Patriotic Front was one of the founding parties of the Tonse Alliance when it launched in late 2024 with Lungu as its chairperson and presidential candidate. Despite this history, growing factionalism, disputes about leadership authority, and competing factions within the alliance have eroded trust among members, ultimately leading to Wednesday's decisive break. What this means for 2026 elections. The PF faction's removal marks a significant shift in Zambia's opposition dynamics. Analysts suggest that a fragmented opposition could struggle to present a cohesive challenge to the ruling party in the run-up to the 2026 polls, especially given ongoing organizational strife and leadership uncertainty. However, alliance leaders are pushing forward plans to restructure and consolidate support behind a newly elected leadership team early this year.